Leadership is not about titles. It is about service. It is about standing up when others cannot, speaking when others are unheard, and creating opportunities where none existed. For over a decade, one man dedicated his life to ensuring footballers had a voice. Today, we celebrate a servant leader, a visionary, a mentor, and a friend. This is the story of Kgosana Masaseng.
I just want to be emotional. Kgosana Masaseng, I think way back before FUB was formed, through a sports program, or RB1, a sports program, whereby we met almost every Saturday during the program, and that's when I started to know Mas more and more, until also when he introduced the 442 magazine. We interacted a lot in terms of interviews and life in general, but otherwise we have met on so many occasions, on so many events, on so many interviews before FUB was formed.
I met my good friend Mas, I call him Mas, 20 years back, probably more than 10 years. Definitely through football. We met in some football event, and from there we've been close.
As far as 2004, if I can recall. We met when Kgosana was still the producer and reporter for Footballers Magazine.
Young journalist. We're having a magazine called 442, which specialized in football, and I was also in the football industry as a servant of the game. He was with Comrade Mujaki, and when I first met them, I saw young men who were enthusiastic, well-mannered, eager to learn.
I met him more than 2 decades ago, when he was just fresh from the village of Mabwani, a very shy, small boy at the time, a journalist.
The first thing I noticed, he was very confident.
I found him to be very, very resourceful. Then I asked for it, who is this gentleman who was so resourceful in the meeting? So they told me that Kgosana Masaseng is the SG Footballers Union of Botswana.
A very nice, smart and intelligent young man.
He's a deep thinker. He's also quite the opposite of me. We think on our toes, and if something comes to my head, I'm going to say it out immediately later on. Whereas he likes to calculate his words, he likes to calculate his move. I internalize. So at the end of the day, with just a few words, the nail on its head. So for me, I think calculative. I don't know much about his history.
He came with a different energy. I remember the first time I met him, he sounded so differently. So I was wondering who he is, because I didn't know him as a player. But what I liked and what made us click was that he was professional in output. The language was different, and the passion for footballers was different. And I think, and straight away he approached me with some initiative, because my role then was, I remember it was just about when we were going for AFCON.
I'm sure he's aware that he has inspired a lot of us to adopt a small portion of his work ethics.
Very intelligent. Number 2, strategic thinker. Number 3, someone who has a solution to every problem you can think of. And number 4, someone who's passionate about athletes.
One thing that I picked from the first few interviews I had with him was his passion for what he was doing, his dedication in making sure that Botswana football players are taken care of, Botswana football players are being given what belongs to them. You know, seeing him, you will think, okay, this is one guy who isn't really nice, until you sit down and talk to him.
He has achieved a lot. We are so much proud of him.
Mr. Masaseng is always available, no matter what the hours. I call him whatever hours. When you're facing problems, we'll make sure he's available for everyone.
My relationship with Kgosana Masaseng is both friendly and professional, and it goes back a long time, over 20 years.
I'll be very honest about this one. The first time I met him was about 2009 in Kgosana. That's where we had our initial meetings when FEB was in its formation years. You know, it was this meeting where there were only soccer players. I think we were the only two non-soccer players. So at least I had someone to stand next to when the soccer players are talking about soccer. What did I think about him? I just saw this guy, chubby guy, and I was just wondering, maybe he's a retired player or something. But I stayed close to him because I could see, well, this one, at least me and him, we fall in the same category.
That's it.
Hey, Mas is very strict. He can be very serious. That was my first impression of him. But I can speak about Kalene. He's become a father figure to me. More often, sometimes they can make a joke when they want something from him. They'll be like, oh no, rah. Go and talk to him. He's very strict. He's very big on loyalty. Very good work ethic. That is something that I've taken from him. And very meticulous in the things that he does and very dedicated. So I always just appreciate him for teaching me and putting me in spaces where I'm in right now and not being a gatekeeper.
But one day I wanna that was 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to do this on the before. So, give it a malibon. Had the more about combing a rokai baby to give a kin navare. A good auto Taliana and a more western and Babates and Moso. Give out another very good take, give out this Avasadi Union. Good amount is that you will end up in Italian. That's how we started.
He came up with an initiative. That initiative was that he was concerned that the footballers at that time were still earning money through envelopes. And he was concerned that, and I think I shared that commitment, that you can't have professionals earning that way. One of the things that was the talk of that time was that we were collectively agreeing of the need to professionalize football in Botswana. Okay. Out of that discussion, me and him, then we found a sponsor, in the name of BBS by then. So BBS then sponsored a program that I facilitated on financial literacy program for all the Premier League footballers.
And that's why we're able to build this organization and carry it to the level that it is at today. I admire his work ethics. I admire his personality when it comes to work and delivery.
But look, he has really done a lot in terms of instilling governance in the football space. Very outspoken, very direct, like always on the player side. Because he would always say, without this instrument, anyone is a player, you will never have football. He would always say, You can have the coaches, you can have the referees, but if the players are not there, you will never have a game of football. So let's make sure that we protect the interest and the welfare of the players.
Look, he's a hard worker, he's a committed guy. He goes for what he believes in.
I was learning from him. Like I said, I thought I knew. He said, football is about players. If you want football, you got to have players. To have players, they have to be well looked after. Otherwise, forget about football.
He sacrificed everything from his health, to make sure we advance the interest of the athletes. Even me personally, is somebody who always encouraged me to really go hard on learning and understanding and reading a lot.
The words that comes to my mind when I think of Maz is when he talks about FUB, and sometimes during interviews he will pause and say, but we are only here to help the players. Because the assumption from the football fraternity or people who want to take advantage of the players is that if you be they want to mess up our teams, they want to mess up our national team players, but no, that is not the case. He will just pause during the interviews and say, you know what, Garawa, let me be honest with you. And I think one thing that made him exceptional, I'll say that, is that he was always honest. You know, he'll come and say, let me be honest with you, 1, 2, 3, it's happening as Botswana, we are doing bad. If we are doing bad, he'll say it, we are not doing well. If we are doing well, or when we are doing well, we come out and say we are doing well. So honestly, the words of FUB being described as Maravele and the honesty part of, you know, his interviews when he talks about the player welfare.
We made history between me and him. And one of the other things that, you know, he taught me, we introduced a standard contract for all professional players, you know, to harmonize the working conditions of players in Botswana. Because if the players are not happy, how are they going to perform? And this helped us quite a lot, because during my tenure, we had very few problems considering the national players. But it was through him, you know, both the association and the union were managing the players. You know, that was a very good thing that he encouraged me to put into place. And we also established what we call the National Dispute Resolution Chamber, NDRC. Again, Botswana becoming the first country in Africa to sign that agreement.
Like right now, you can imagine he's representing us at 5th pro level. A Botswana guy representing us at 5th pro level. That's FIFA level. So I wouldn't be even surprised if one day he becomes the president of Botswana Football Association, because he has served in all levels. So Setlebens is realized to be the president. I'm not campaigning for him, but I would be so disappointed if one day he doesn't become the president of Botswana Football Association, because I think Botswana will learn more from him, looking at the fact that right now he's interacting with the big guns abroad in Europe, you know. So he will be able to play a very positive role for Botswana Football Association.
What I know is when we are going through tough times, personal things, the man will always be available for you for advices. So those memories giving us advice professionally and personally. So good memories.
So he's really sacrificed a lot of family time, just his own rest as well. I remember sometime last year when there was a GA with Morocco, Egypt, he held a health scare, you know, because he's always just trying to push himself and trying to do the best that he can. You know, he's sacrificed self, because the things that he's done has been for us to make sure that we are successful, the union leaving a mark. You cannot say FUB and not mention his name. His departure to me was painful. It's a bit sad, But on the flip side, I think it also shows growth because where he is now, we are very dependent on him as a unit and the skills, and knowing that he's always in our corner right now as the SG of Africa, and now we report to him.
He's one of the few people that I know who spend most of their time working. In a 24-hour day, Mas can sleep 4 and work the other 20. Even at night, you call Mas at 12, at 2 in the morning, he's still busy at his computer, which is something that has stuck with him for some time, and is something that we discuss a lot, which worries me a lot because he's not getting young.
He always wanted to say, he liked to say, let's social dialogue. Let us try to find each other. In every conversation that he used a lot, even in writing, he was saying we need to find each other. Let's social dialogue.
Under his leadership, the Footballers Union of Botswana became a respected voice in African football, ensuring that players were represented, protected, and empowered.
Continue being the person that you are. You believed more on governance, you believed more on doing the right things, and you never shied away to speak your mind. You are very, very outspoken, and I remember at times we even had a fall off, but particularly because you felt that Ronai's BFA were not addressing the interests of the players. So I'd say continue being the you that I know, very outspoken. I know very well you don't like speaking about other people in corners. You are just so direct when you want to express your views about a certain issue.
Look, boy, it's been a great journey for you, I know. You fought for the players. Sometimes it's good to be remembered when you are still alive. I'm glad to say at least the players remember that you fought for their rights. When I was at the national team, you were the FUB, we fought. People thought we didn't fight. People thought we agreed with everything. We fought every day. You fought for the players. I fought to represent my work environment also. We differed many times, but we ended up agreeing on what was good for the players. And I want to say to you that that was a very good way of working for people. You said it many times to me that, you know, when players are in the football pitch, they are working, they are making money, they are in their office. And I want to say to you today that it's unfortunate that you can't kick the ball, but at least you can talk about football, you can talk good things about football. It was good when it lasted because you represented all players, both female and male. It has to be noted that you did not only represent the male players, you represented the female players. It was during your tenure at the FUB that we agreed that the women will end up getting the same allowance as the men, and you pressurized the BFA, my employer, to implement such. And who can do that for people that you don't know? They are not your relatives, they are just people that you meet for work purposes. That must be commended. It is indeed commendable for you to have done such a thing.
But my brother, keep on doing whatever you're doing. You are a blessing to this country, you are a blessing to football. And like I said, you are true testament to the saying that one must become the change they want to see. That you are not gifted in football does not mean that you shouldn't gift football, and that's, I really respect that.
Look, keep doing what you are doing. Honesty, integrity is what makes him great. And that's Kgosana to me. You know, he has integrity. And a lot of nonsense also. He's very stubborn. People don't know that side of him. You know, you must never get on the wrong side of Kgosana. You see, the reason he's going up the ladder is because he's dedicated, smart, and he researches. You know, before a meeting, he prepares. He never comes to a meeting unprepared. And a lot of time he caught me off guard because I thought I knew and I didn't know.
Well, Sasi, to be honest, Botswana will miss you. Football will miss you this side of the world. The Thailand Botswana really had the Mathalama na Haunka, which are very key. That is quite a lot. And Kinalena Kusenka and Kawena may have the outstanding attributes that are for you. You are a selfless person. You are a hard worker, day and night. You are a globe trotter. You are a super thinker. These are the things that amazes me about you. You are a strategist. You are just an embodiment of all things good that a man can look at and say, one day I want to be like this man. If you want to be a better person in society, that to me, I'll say football will miss you, but you've gone to the bigger stages of football, and hopefully the impact having Birapaneka going to cascade down to Botswana. And I know for sure you will never be lost to Botswana. You always think of home wherever you are.
I want to say to you, Mas, you turned FUB from a small union to something big, something that, you know, everybody knows about. Even the players, they can now knock at the doors of FUB to come and say their grievances. If they haven't told you, you guys have done a very good job. As the SG or former SG of FUB, you have also not only spoken about the players, but you have opened the doors for Botswana in general for us to be recognized outside. When you talk about unions of, you know, FUB or FIBROM, FUB Africa, you have done it. So we really thank you for that. Thank you for opening doors. Thank you for enlightening the players. Thank you for bringing that education to the public about FUB and how players should be treated. Players now can have a voice through FUB, and if it wasn't for your passion, if it wasn't for your dedication, we wouldn't be where we are today. So we really thank you so much for that. You have done a great job.
Kgosana, I told you to stop being selfish. You are super talented. You should share that knowledge with the masses. That's the reason why we call you Mas. Kgosana Masaseng. I feel you have all the information about local football. You have all the information when it comes to the commercialization of football in our country. But one thing that I ask you to do is to give back to Botswana, because I feel it's not enough what you have done for Footballers Union of Botswana. The association with you, you should come to the association and take the game to another level. And I remain. And you know I always tell you, you are selfish, because that information that you have can transform Botswana Football Association to their highest level. Please come back and do what is right. Go straight there, be brave. Go to Botswana Football Association. What's an lady chopper? And those about you. It's an lady chopper.
Mas, you've worked so hard. You've been around the world. You've fought many battles, especially where player welfare is concerned. It's time to take a break. If there is one thing that I worry about, fatigue ya go travela, ya go discuss the cancer ball, ya go dilwela, ya tiro. I think if there is anything say advice, find ways for it. How then right now, how soon can you say, you know what, I'm taking a break, I'm going to spend time with my wife and kids, I'm going to spend time doing the things that I like, yaka, it's okay to work hard, but it's also important to learn what now is the time for me to take a break.
Mr. Masaseng, Mas, I believe we are leaving us, but you are going somewhere, you are elevating yourself, and I believe keep showing dedication you should within the FUB, and I believe you deliver, you show professionalism and advocacy always. So, from the bottom of my heart, I believe you will succeed.
Kgosana, you know how far you've come in terms of advocating for labor issues in Botswana. And you've set yourself apart from anybody else in how you dealt with the issues, how you were able to engage with people, how you were honest when dealing with comrades, how you were always at the forefront because you were always the MC. Whenever we had congresses, councils, you were the MC because you were able to bring people to the table, make them sit down and listen to what had to be said. This is a unique quality that you hold, that you need to always cherish, always promote, because it's a God's gift. You do it naturally. Others were never in a position. I'm one of those people that could not manage timekeeping in a council the way you could do it. And I want you to progress well, as I've always advocated and supported that you move beyond where you are. Go and spread your wings as far as you could, and you've done it. You've gone into enchanted territories every time. Setting up FUB was a dream at first, but you were able to do it with the support of the comrades that you had at the time. Going into Africa, conquering Africa, going into the world and conquering the world was all you were doing because of how passionate you were in terms of football issues and how you were able to professionally do your work. I would say keep it up, spread your wings, and take care of yourself.
I'm grateful for all you did for me. You gave me the chance. But I always under you, though you didn't spend much time together on the office because you're always in and out. But you've always supported me. You gave me the opportunity to grow in Footballers Union. I think I would say I'm who I am because of your support. Because you are more like a father figure to me. You're not just a colleague. You are more than that, even though you are so strict with me.
Masaseng, I want to say this to you. Ke tsene mo unioning ke sa thabaganye dilo ka bontsi tota, but unthutile go le gontsi, unthutile go nna patient, unthutile go accommodate mongwe le mongwe gore we might be players but we are different. We come with different problems, different stories, but ke tshwanetse gore ke ithute gore ke reetse motho ha ke bona a tsile mo unioneng ke itse gore ke tshwanetse gore ke mo help, ke mo accommodate ebe le go ngwa ba kila ya go ngwa sa bone thuso go union ke yone last hope ya go, but ke sa ka mona thella mme le ha o no gore ke sa ka mona thella. You taught me gore always tell the player the truth. O mo re gore e ba dira jana mme le wena molato wa go ke so that o tswa hana a itse gore mme le nna ke dirile pause and ke be ke mo advise this is what we can do, and ha ngwe ha go tsamaya sente ha ngwe go tsamaya sente, but as a player you should always tell the truth.
To you, my brother, I say my brother because I know you are brothers today. We have come together a long way, 2004 and 2026. We come from far, and I know the contribution that you have done to football, the contribution that you have done to football in Africa, and I just wish you just maintain that commitment into football. Me, I know it is very critical that past challenges I know you have lost your brothers, then Butsolobu were challenge, but I know you are a strong person. Stay put, stay strong, and keep on going. You will achieve a lot that you have achieved today.
That I appreciate the effort he has put very much. I appreciate his effort. I appreciate for him being close to me, and literally he was like my friend. And on another occasion we meet on a social note, because he enjoys our Lebanese food, which is, we have a restaurant, the Sipping Grill. So he comes sometimes with his friends, sometimes he comes alone and come to enjoy the food, and we always catch up. So he always knew where to find me. So when he's had a football issue or an issue stressing them in football, you'll find him at the high tower coming to talk to me about it, and we always exchange ideas. We always align, and they're very much, you don't align with everyone when it comes to football, but we were very much aligned. That's how I can put it for you.
I think your commitment to football has brought about transformation. I think you deserve an applause. In my view, what we collectively agreed on, you sacrificed and laid your life to ensure that it comes true. Well done.
Hi, Kgosana. This is Uno. I just wanted to say thank you for not gatekeeping. Thank you for holding my hand. Thank you for the encouragement that you've given me. I am who I am today because of you. Thank you for the hard talks and always being direct with me. I will always appreciate and honor you, sir.
Sasboy, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I remember the journey that we have traveled together when things were difficult. I remember there was a time that we had to go visit Miscellaneous Football Club. They were, in fact, by the time they assembled also Sorota, Rona, we were still in Habo, but we had to go address them. And guess what? 2 hours was enough for us to reach Sorota for me. And Mas was flying, and I was like, and those are the times where we need to show that indeed we want to change things for the players. And Masi, I'm so happy. I've worked with you. I've learned a lot. Wherever I go, I never stop talking about you because you've made me proud. You have made Botswana proud. You have made FUB proud. Your position as SG Division Africa didn't come to me as a surprise. Now I've seen it, and I told you before, people are watching, the unions are watching. You are doing a marvelous job, so keep on working hard. One day you'll be up there, and indeed you are there, and I'm so proud. Keep working hard, and the sky's the limit.
My brother, tone down. There's only one mass. You only have one life. You can't change the world alone, but together we can. But you need to have quality time with yourself, not for yourself, with yourself. You also need quality time with your kids. You need quality time with your wife. Yeah, that's something that don't balance work and your social life. Try to be a little bit selfish, put more time in your family life than your work life. I know your work matters. You are a perfectionist. We may not change that, but just know that your body, at times, it will tell you that it cannot continue anymore.
Mas, you did it in Botswana. You did it in Botswana, and the world recognized, saw your potential. And I'm saying if you did it in Botswana, you can also do it in the world. So just keep pushing, mate. Anything and everything is possible.
His work transcended borders. What began in Botswana became a mission to improve the lives of footballers across the African continent.
Kgosana Masaseng is the man who, like I've said before, Kgosana Masaseng is the man who like people to social dialogue, find each other. That will be the tagline that I will always remember him. He's a man who wants people to find each other in every conversation. He wants people to social dialogue. He wants people to have a solution in whatever is being an issue discussed.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who likes to get things to go his way.
Kgosana Masaseng is a great man. He's a humble servant of the game. He loves the game. He loves the players. And the game would be so much further if we had more guys like him. I always tell him, go for the presidency of the association so that you look out for football as a whole. But he's more into players and he's more comfortable with that. urge him to get out of his comfort zone, because you never know what you can do until you call yourself to do it. So my brother, I believe that you can take football far, and please, please, please do it.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who likes things to be done properly. He's very professional in what he does, and is results orientated. And that's why he's successful. And he likes what he's doing, he likes football, and is dedicated his life to improve the player.
Well, Kgosana Masaseng is the man who likes football. He lives football.
Kgosana Masaseng is the man who came out, spoke, and the world listened. And for him to be now at international level, it's not by mistake, it's not by fluke, it's because he ended, he went out, he spoke, and the world listened.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who loves people. He loves his family so much. And to be his friend, you need to be honest. Otherwise, you're not going to like it, because he will tell you off. So he's such a gentleman.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who has worked hard to ensure that the plights of the football players in Botswana are attended to. He has worked hard to ensure that football in Botswana, we understand first and foremost that we don't have the sport unless we have the player. And for as long as the player is not cared for properly, we will never have a quality product. And he does that not only focusing on helping the players themselves, but also helping those around the players.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who delivers.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who goes after what he believes and achieves it.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who believes all the time is money.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who that's him. I will tell you the truth. Whether I will talk kana enza wa bolelela.
Kgosana Masaseng is the man who has integrity, who wants to always protect his reputation, who is a professional, is a man who and Harlem, and he also want to leave a legacy behind.
Mas is a man who advanced football, wholeheartedly and genuinely advanced football. And we need more Mas in our football, for our football to advance and grow.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who lived to his word. In my view, I think the things that he wanted to do, he pursued me, and we pursued other stakeholders to get them happen. And I think he really loved the players.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who is strict.
Kgosana Masaseng is the man who brought a lot of change in our football development, players' welfare. He has contributed a lot, not through FUB, from all angles. He created a lot of enemies for FUB. He created a lot of friends, but those enemies were indeed a blessing in disguise, because we managed to push and grow because of those enemies. They pushed us a lot, and I think they made Mas stronger and stronger until where he is today.
Kgosana is a man who doesn't compromise. It's either something is black or it's red. He's never in between. He's either with you or he's not with you. And if he doesn't like anything about you, he will tell you to your face that I don't like this. And many people are aware of that. And many people have a challenge with that, because they don't like being told who they are or what they are or what is it that they are doing that is not right.
Kgosana Masaseng is a man who will not sleep until it's done.
Comrade Kgosana, on behalf of the South African Football Players Union, our leadership and the players of South Africa, we wish to pay a special tribute to you as you vacate your position as the Secretary General of Footballers Union of Botswana. Your service has been defined by humility, courage, commitment, and unwavering belief in the dignity of footballers. You have not only strengthened the union in Botswana, but you have also contributed immensely to the growth of the players' movement across Africa. Offices may change, but the legacy of service, sacrifice, and principled leadership will always remain. On a personal note, thank you, Kgosana, for teaching me that leadership can be firm without being arrogant and influential without seeking attention. Those lessons will remain with me long after titles and positions have changed. Wishing you strength, success, and fulfillment in your next chapter as the Secretary General of FIFPro Africa. I thank you, comrade, for being my fountain of wisdom. Tlantla Shabalala, the Secretary General of SAFPO, le pouvoir au peuple, power to the people. On a closing note, I hope in the next lifetime you will learn how to drink water and sleep, because I know that in this lifetime you don't drink water and you don't sleep enough. But we appreciate your contribution. Power to you.
Well, about Kgosana Masaseng, where do I begin? The journey has been long, to be honest. When I started, when I first met Kgosana, I don't know the number of years, the donkey years that I've known him for. But what I can say is, first and foremost, he's a friend, a very good friend of mine since from the day that we met. And in this journey of football, in this journey where we wanted to represent the players fully. And Mas came to Zimbabwe when he wanted to revitalize the Footballers Union of Botswana. And he came here for I would say probably it's an induction that he came through to Zimbabwe to find out exactly how we have been doing things and how the progress that we have made. From that day, he changed completely to be an advocate, and an advocacy for players' rights, for what he believed the strategy would be to revitalize the Footballers Union of Botswana. And I must say, from then on, the journey that he took and the commitment that he put in and a lot of work that he has, I know for sure he's an addict to work. He's addicted to work, and he put in a lot of effort, sometimes also even neglecting his own body, his own life, and for what he believed he wanted to do. And he revitalized the Botswana Footballers Union of Botswana to a situation and a stage that we all couldn't believe that it was happening. And it grew from strength to strength to be one of the best unions in Africa, and probably maybe also in the world for the work that he had put in. He's a friend of mine, as I have said, and bittersweet. He left FAB in a far better place than where he started it, where he had belonged. He had this kind of sense of belonging, to see that players in Botswana are treated fairly and respected. And his devoted work has made him go into be where he is today because of the person he is, and the person that you would always want to believe that he has something that he has to offer, and to leave a legacy in football, and have to leave a legacy in every human being, every player that he touches. And I feel that it's not the end that he has left to FAB, but basically it's the beginning of far better things that he has to offer.
SG Mas, it has been amazing knowing you as the FUB SG and also our SG at FIFPro Africa. And thank you for being you. Thank you for mentoring most of us. Thank you for all the good work you've been doing, not just for FUB, but also for Africa in general.
Some leaders leave positions, others leave legacies. Kgosana Masaseng leaves both a stronger union and a generation of footballers empowered by his vision. His impact will continue to be felt in every player whose voice is heard, every right that is protected, and every dream that is realized. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you, Kgosana.